Chris Holman here. Welcome to the Michigan Business Beat, brought to you on the Michigan Business Network. And we're doing this from our studios in downtown Lansing, which is becoming more and more familiar to us again as we stay off the road a little bit and kind of get back down here and get a little bit of the staff back in as COVID starts to ease off. But we are going to run up the road a little bit, head west here over to Grand Rapids and meet Randy Thelen. Randy is the new director, president, CEO of The Right Place. And I'm happy to say we've had an affiliation with your former director, Birgit Close, and Right Place for 11 years now, as a matter of fact. So, Randy, welcome. It's great to have you here.
Yeah, thanks. Good morning, Chris. It's great to be here. I'm excited to be in this seat and lead the charge here at The Right Place.
You know, I'm trying to think of the right way to say you're stepping into some pretty big shoes without alluding to heels or something like that. But I'll tell you what, Birgit cast a big shadow.
She did. I like to say if there was a Mount Rushmore of economic developers in Michigan, she certainly would be on it. And so, she's leaving us, the organization, and I think a region in really great condition. For 30 years, she led this organization and led it well. And I think of it a little bit less, Chris, of filling her shoes and more getting handed the baton. And now we got to continue the race and stay in the front of the pack.
And if I know Birgit, she'll call periodically to check your progress.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Hey, let's talk a little bit about Randy Thelen for a few minutes and what led you here. Give us a little bit of some career highlights.
Yeah, well, Chris, I'm a Michigan boy. I was born and raised in Middle Michigan near Lansing, a small town of Fowler, and made my way through college in the state, up at Alma College. Studied economics and got into economic development up in Alma in Gratiot County first, and made my way, in economic development. As you develop your career, you got to move a little bit. And so I started in Osceola County, which is, a small county just north, in Everett and Reed City, made my way down to the Detroit area and had some fun down in Monroe. But ultimately got over here to the west side and worked 10 years leading Lakeshore Advantage, which is the economic development group for Holland and Zeeland, and just really came to appreciate and love the community, love the culture. I love the ability of business and public sector partners coming together around key economic development strategies. So that's when I got a taste for West Michigan and loved it. But we did make a decision as a family to venture west. We worked in Omaha. I led a regional economic development organization in Omaha, Nebraska for 4 years and had some fun there. And ventured further west. The last 3 years we were in Denver, where I led an economic development effort there as well, and one of the hottest growth markets in the country. So what I like to think, Chris, is I've got enough sort of West Michigan roots to understand and appreciate the culture and how it works. But I've also ventured out across the country and been in other markets and bring some of that expertise and experience here.
Yeah, that's pretty well rounded. And if you are in Colorado for any period of time, you know the hustle and bustle of things that are happening there. That's
Sure.
a big growth industry. So you know how to hit the ground running, so to speak, right?
Of course. And one lesson we can take from that market, Chris, is they'd never stop. As great a market as Denver has become, they try every day to get better and better. And there's certainly elements of that culture here in West Michigan, and I'm looking forward to help drive that forward.
You know, I made a mistake here. I should have readily put together Thelen and Fowler because that's like the predominant name.
Yeah, Portland, Pulama, Westphalia, Fowler. A lot of relatives there. It was tough to find a prom date in high school.
Well, I played ball with a few Thelens from that area, so I'm familiar with your family. Okay, so let's look at this now. You step into this role. You're refamiliarizing yourself with the area. What do you see coming up? What are the challenges? What's the program of work?
Yeah, so fundamentally, we've got to keep pushing forward and finding a way to stay on the edge, right? We don't want to go over the edge. We don't want to go too fast, but we absolutely want to keep pushing the edge. The markets that we compete with across the Midwest and across the country, the best markets, always try to get better, and we need to have that same mindset. We've had a remarkable turnaround economically from the depths of the pandemic and the recession to now our unemployment rate is below 4%. So we can feel good about that, but we can't be satisfied with that. We've got to keep pushing ahead, got to keep pushing to diversify the economy and be what I think we can be, which is the best market in the Midwest.
You know, it wasn't too long ago that it was like you were either hunting or gardening, right? It was like you were either trying to get companies to come here with their jobs, or
Sure.
you were really concentrating on making the jobs that we're here in the companies better. It seems to be now that it has to be a pleasant mix of both. Is that correct?
It does. It also has to have a pleasant mix of people, developing people, gardening, if you will, people, and helping them develop and achieve their training and hopefully achieve their highest career potential and attract talent to the market that can make us better. So it's working to grow and attract companies, and it's working to grow and attract people as well.
Yeah, I would say probably we're going to be back to that not enough talent issue pretty quickly here as things loosen up.
We are. And again, there's going to be winning markets coming out of the pandemic and losing markets, and we absolutely want to be on that winning side of the equation.
Well, you're on the winning side of this relationship, Randy. We're going to be spending a lot of time with you as we go along, and best of luck up there, partner.
Thank you so much. Enjoy the day.
Appreciate it. Randy Thalen, the new executive director and president of The Right Place on the west side of the state in the Grand Rapids region. I'm Chris Holman. You're watching the Michigan Business Beat on the Michigan Business Network. We'll be right back.